All right, YouTube, here's the thing. I need you guys to prove me wrong on this. I have wanted to purchase a Canyon Grail for the channel multiple times. I've wanted to have it on the channel. I think it's a cool bike. It has in-frame storage. It has a lot of features that I want. I've gone to Canyon's website multiple times, gone through the builds, and gotten really close to ordering this bike. However, I get hung up on two major issues, two major things that I can't move past and actually order the bike. And I need you all to prove me wrong or tell me that I'm right on this. On Canyon's website, this bike, the Canyon Grail, is listed as a gravel bike. It's in the category of a gravel bike. But the maximum tire clearance that they recommend is a 42 mil tire. In my experience in gravel riding that I've done, I feel like a 42 mil tire is like the starting point on what you want for gravel tires. Ideally, you want to be in a 45, a 47, or a 50 mil, and having a maximum tire clearance of 42 would be a very limiting factor on a gravel bike. You're basically buying, in my opinion, a glorified road bike that can support up to a 40 mil tire, 42 mil tire. So that's my big hang up on this bike. My crux, which I feel like is competitive to this bike, ultralight, very well performing gravel bike, supports up to a 47 mil tire. Right now I'm running a 38 on it, so on the skinnier side because I've been doing a lot of road biking on that tire. But I do have the opportunity and the advantage that should I want to run a wider tire, if I want to put something on there for long gravel rides or a bike packing trip that is exclusively dirt or anything like that, I can run it up to a 47. So I have a lot of flexibility on what I can do with that bike. My big fear is that if I purchased the Canyon Grail and tried to use that exclusively, I would feel limited by the tire clearance and what I could do with the bike. Now, I could be wrong. What I want is for those of you that own a Canyon Grail, do you feel limited by the tire clearance? Do you feel like sometimes you wish you could put a 50 mil tire on there and really ride it hard? Or is that what the Grizzle is for? Now, granted, the Grizzle has its own category. It works very well. I have a full review of it on the channel. But I want the Canyon Grail because it's the more performance version of gravel bikes, but it's limited on the tire size. This is a full list of popular gravel bikes right now and their tire clearances. You can look through it real quick. Basically, the highlight here is 42 mil maximum tire clearance is on the lower end of what most gravel bikes accept nowadays. I feel like personally, if you're doing a lot of gravel riding, a 45 is exactly where you want to be. That's enough to make things smooth, but not enough that you feel sluggish. Now, if it's rough, you can push that up to a 50. If you do primarily road riding, you can push that down to a 40 or a 38. But you have flexibility on that. Being that the Canyon is, stuck to that 42 and that's the maximum, I do feel like it would be a limiting factor on the bike. The other issue, this is minor details. Every time I go to order this bike and I find a build that I like, the color options are not great on their lower builds. Now, granted, this is probably the way Canyon does things. They want people to build higher if you want a nicer build. But I'm like, hey, I like this paint job. Oh, that bike's, $6,500 or way out of budget for what I want. So tire clearance and the paint jobs are the two biggest issues that I have. And I literally, it's been the limiting factor. I haven't ordered this bike because of that. I've gotten really close, but because of those two items, I just haven't done it. So those of you out there that own a Canyon Grail, let me know. Do you feel limited by the tire clearance, or does it work for you, or do you wish you could do more? What's kind of your situation? I'm curious what people's thoughts are on this bike.